The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. The bullet is still safely sealed away. You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think?
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything. Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too. Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think...
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid. Why? Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical. It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Yes. Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was a... No! That's not it! You know where you are, Lammy? Bye!
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. The key turns with a satisfying click. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy. The bed is comforting. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing the room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin far away on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant. There is no going back. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crashing.
Look under the floorboards.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. A gust of wind disintegrates another piece of the cellar ceiling, exposing more of the mysterious glimmer underneath. The shithole's about to collapse. The building's coming down on you. You need to get out of here. Smooth, reflective surface. The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets. Winter, slow to let go of Revachol, flecks some more wet snow from above. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring. The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around. More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings, crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles, grey and red forgotten city. The waters turn black, coal city in the shadow of San Martin, a boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city, no more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest below the old mines. L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery, where the Philippian kings were interred with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers. Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard. How can it be pure if it's magenta? Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know. Few Tercera return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip. Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over a fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright, clean white light coming from the windows of a clean, cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Tercera. The other 6 sisters were destroyed. A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from the remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez. Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far. The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company load, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty. The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak. The pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace. A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleague. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, more coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly. Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it, but who knows? The spring thaw will come in earnest, just not yet. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the aisle.
Oh, hello there.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No. You're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
Man, you are one weird cop. What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me. I'll keep that in mind for future use. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck. Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that was. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer. Thanks. No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that.
She's shivering a bit.
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid. Yeah. Andre...
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. Yep. They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Does go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast. There will never be a club for Nordic music here. Not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitar.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will...
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but hey, don't get me wrong, but you're a cop, right? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead. Okay, bye.
Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you...
Hello again.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape.
Hello again.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the... A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall. Looks like a makeshift bridge. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. We have many in the pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
I will, lawman.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast. I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burn are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give the
All right.
It's as if time has frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the a stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry he didn't throw them better.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
I hope that settles it. Or wait. The key?
He is shifting in his spot.
We were talking about the padlock, I think. Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us. What?
No.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Like some kind of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. Like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running...
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the...
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably...
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As if to say,
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
he appears sincere enough, sire. You could of course be wrong.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more. Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you. Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religion, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system, no? You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericanassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity!
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Are we?
Yeah! Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassi.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yes. What? It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't smell.
No,
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who, however, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra. We,
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter, can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away. The engine starting fluid. It's for starting engines.
Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
What's with the goddamn Romangarod earrings? It's cold.
Keep on it, sire.
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
No idea, man.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. Okay, so the speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like the gist of it is they want to turn the church into a club. But a suspicious element has overtaken the plus, and it has to be considered. You can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent.
As always, we'll be right here.
Wow, so someone's been a little... Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefit. Done and done. No actual communiques.